I didn't understand favoritism when I was young. I understood tone. The tone my mother used when my sister cried. The softness, the urgency, the way every problem became structural, something the family had to solve immediately. When I struggled, the tone changed. You'll figure it out. You've always been independent. This will make you stronger. It wasn't cruelty. That would have been easier to define. It was positioning. My sister needed protecting. I needed proving. By the time we were adults, the pattern had hardened into policy. When she couldn't afford rent in her 20s, my parents paid it. When she wanted a fresh start, they helped with a down payment on a small house. When her husband's business collapsed, there was a family meeting. My father looked tired. My mother looked resolute. We can't let her drown. They cleared the debt. I was at that meeting. I remember nodding. I remember saying it made sense. I had already learned that resistance would be reframed as selfishness. No one asked how my own work was going. At the time, I was sleeping on a mattress on the floor of a one-bedroom apartment, building a logistics software platform with 2 engineers who trusted me more than I trusted myself. I didn't hide my work. I just stopped narrating it. When I raised seed funding, I sent a short message in the family group chat. My mother responded with a thumbs-up emoji, and then a separate text asking if I could help my sister refinance her mortgage because you're good with numbers. That was the moment something internal shifted. Not anger, not resentment, privacy. I stopped offering updates. When the company grew, I let it grow quietly. When we secured enterprise contracts, I signed them without celebration. When acquisition offers started coming in, I declined them without discussion. Power, I learned, doesn't have to announce itself. Years passed. My sister's life remained a cycle of near crisis and intervention. My parents aged into their roles, my mother as rescuer, my father as financier. Then came Christmas. The house looked the same. Same artificial tree. Same glass ornaments that had survived 3 decades. My sister arrived late and stressed, talking about rising costs, taxes, how everything feels unstable again. My mother squeezed her hand. We'll figure it out. I said nothing. Halfway through dinner, my cousin, who works in private equity, looked at me and smiled in a way that felt almost apologetic. Hey, he said lightly. I didn't know your company hit that valuation. Congratulations. The fork in my sister's hand stopped midair. My mother blinked. Valuation. He hesitated, then named the number. 25 million. It landed without drama. No music. No cinematic pause. Just arithmetic in a quiet dining room. My sister laughed first. A sharp, brittle sound. Wait, what? I clarified. Calmly. We had closed a growth round 6 months earlier. I still held majority equity. We weren't selling. My father stared at me as if I had switched languages. You never told us. I didn't think it was relevant, I said, and I meant it. The conversation fractured. Questions layered over each other. How long? With who? Why didn't you say anything? Then the emotional recalibration began. My sister's disbelief turned into something heavier. So you've just been sitting on that? She asked. While I've been drowning. I felt the old script trying to reassemble itself. Emergency. Redistribution. Rescue. I wasn't sitting, I said. I was building. She stood abruptly, knocking her chair back. Tears came, but not theatrically. They seemed more like humiliation than pain. You could fix everything, she said. You could give me 15 million and not even feel it. My mother found her footing quickly. She's your sister, she said sharply. We supported you too. I let that sit. Supported me how? By not interfering. By expecting competence. I never asked for money, I said. That's not the point, my mother snapped. Family shares. I studied her face. For the first time, I saw not authority but assumption. An assumption that access was automatic. My sister sank back into her chair, crying openly now. You let me beg them for help, she said. You watched. That one landed. I had watched, but I had also learned. I'm not responsible for how you structured your life, I said quietly. My mother's voice rose. If you think you can hoard that while your own blood struggles. Hoard. I repeated, not angrily, just curious. She shifted tactics. We invested in you. We raised you. If we need to pursue what's fair legally. That was the moment the room changed. Not because she finished the sentence. Because I did. The company is governed by a board, I said evenly. My shares are under corporate protection. Any attempt to claim entitlement would be treated as coercion. My legal counsel would respond accordingly. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't threaten. I stated structure. It was the first time authority entered the room that didn't belong to my mother. Silence followed. Heavy. Unfamiliar. My father looked down at his plate. My sister's crying softened into something smaller, confusion, maybe, the realization that there was no emotional lever left to pull. Power had shifted gradually for years, but now it was visible, not explosive, just undeniable. After a long minute, I continued. I'm not abandoning you, I said, but I won't be an ATM. If there's support, it will be structured. I explained the trust one had already set up months earlier, not for her specifically but for family emergencies. Professionally managed. Clear criteria. No discretionary bailouts. No emotional negotiations at dining tables. My mother looked at me as if I had moved to another country without telling her. You planned this, she whispered. Yes, I said. Dinner didn't resume. It dissolved. I left early, like I used to when I had flights to catch. Outside, the air was cold and clean. For a moment, I expected to feel triumph. I didn't. I felt distance. I had built something resilient. I had protected it. I had protected myself. But protection isn't warmth. In the weeks that followed, my sister didn't call. My mother sent formal, carefully worded messages. My father sent one brief text. Proud of you. Wish we'd known. I still fund the trust. Pays for therapy now. For financial planning sessions. For structured help that requires participation. No one asks me for 15 million anymore. At family gatherings, conversations are polite, measured. There is a new awareness in the room. Not fear, not admiration. Recognition. I am no longer the son who will figure it out. I already did.